Right, now we move to topic 1.4, still in chapter 1, material balance model. Right, so this is the extended version of the circular flow diagram. And when we include or when we incorporated the material, the environmental part, so we have the new model of the material balance model, right? Okay, so this economic environmental economics, economics theory basically we observe explains what we observe in reality. Of course, we need to also include the environmental problems. Okay, so when we link economic activity and environment, so we can use circular flow model, and there is new model developed known as materials balance model. Actually, for circular flow model, there is actually include only for 4 sectors of economic model. For example, household, firms, government, and also international economics. But for material balance model, it will also include the environmental part. Okay, so when we talk about circular flow model, it actually shows the real and monetary flows of economic activity through the output and factor market, right? For example, here we have, right? We have here, this is the conventional, or this is the normal circular flow model that we have learned before this, right? So we have the factor market, we have the output market, and we have 2 sectors. Okay, when this is the example of the circular flow model involved only 2 sectors market, household and firms, right? So we have household that we will have the all the factors of production, land, labor, capital, entrepreneur. So it will supply all the resources to the factor market and will be demanded by the firms, and firms will pay the cost to the household, and household will get the income, and firms will use the resources to supply or to produce goods and services and supply in the output market to the household, and household will demand all the goods and services, and household also will spend or will pay to the firms, and firms will get the revenue. So this is basically the normal circular flow model that we have learned before, and there is nothing environmental things or environmental parts being included here, right? Now, when we include the natural environment, or when we include the environmental part, so it is there is a new model that being developed, which is known as material balance model, right? So it places the circular flow within the larger schematic to show links between economic activity and the natural environment via 2 sets of flows. Okay, so we have flow of resources from the environment to the economy, and this focus on the nature resource economics, and flow of residuals from the economy to the environment, the focus of environmental economics. And residuals is actually pollution remaining in the environment after some process has occurred. Okay, so when economic activities has been carried out, then there will be a residuals, or we known as a pollution. Okay, so residuals can be delayed, can be prevented through recycle, recovery, and also reuse, right? So we can look at this one. So this is materials balance model, and being developed by Mies, Ares, and also de Arger in 1970. Okay, so when we look at this, we know that yes, we have 2 sectors. Still, we have 2 sectors model. Okay, and then we have output market, factor market, and so on and so forth. But now we will add residuals. Yeah, so when we include the environmental part, so we will add the residuals. Okay, so here when firm produce, it will have the residuals and will get back to the nature. And this is residuals from production. And then household also, the consumption that they make will have balance or residuals, and it is known as residuals from consumption. And nature will get will go back. The residuals will go back to the household, and also will go back to the firms. Okay, so this is the natural resources drawn from the nature. Okay, so what we can do is that we can recover, we can recycle, and we reuse. Okay, so household can involve in recovery, recycling, and reuse. Same goes to the firms. they can also, the residuals that can be, meaning that we can reduce the pollution by having reuse, recycling, also recovery. So this is actually the fact, or this is actually what we meant as materials balance model. Okay, and we also have the science and material balance model. And we have the science in the material balance model. So it is a known according to the law of science. Okay, so matter or physical items and energy in the environment does not disappear once used in production or consumption, and it is based on the law of thermodynamics. Okay, so first law of thermodynamics and second law of thermodynamics. Right. So that's all for this chapter, for this subtopic 1.4. So thank you so much.